Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Joyful Noise. We've got a lot of great songs for you today again. It's good to be with you for another afternoon. Um, we've got a good selection of things from the hymnal, from Faith We Sing, and outside of that. And I hope you enjoy it all. So let's jump in. We're going to jump in right off the bat with a pretty well-known song. The version we're going to be doing of this one. This is in our hymnal. It's number 2074 in the Faith We Sing. This is Shout to the Lord, this version. My Jesus, my Savior, Lord, there is none like you. All of my days, I want to praise the wonders of your mighty love. My comfort, my shelter, tower of refuge and strength, let every breath, all that I am, never cease to worship you. Shout to the Lord, all the earth, let us sing. Power and majesty, praise to the King. Mountains bow down and the seas will roar at the sound of your name. I sing for joy at the work of your hands. Forever I'll love you, forever I'll stand. Nothing compares to the promise I have in you. My Jesus, my Savior, Lord, there is none like you. All of my days, I want to praise the wonders of your mighty love. My comfort, my shelter, tower of refuge and strength, let every breath, all that I am, never cease to worship you. Shout to the Lord, all the earth, let us sing. Power and majesty, praise to the King. Mountains bow down and the seas will roar at the sound of your name. I sing for joy at the work of your hands. Forever I love you, forever I'll stand. Nothing compares to the promise I have in you. Shout to the Lord, all the earth, let us sing. Power and majesty, praise to the King. Mountains bow down and the seas will roar at the sound of your name. I sing for joy at the work of your hands. Forever I love you, forever I'll stand. Nothing compares to the promise I have. Nothing compares to the promise I have. Nothing compares to the promise I have in you. All right. And so that was Shouts of the Lord, number 2074 in the hymnal. I thought it would be a good way to start us off. Now, a number of the songs that I picked today didn't start off this way, but I started going with it a little bit, but are going to have birds in the titles. And so, for lack of another theme, I guess that's kind of our theme today a little bit. Oh, wait, I'm jumping the gun a little bit. We're not jumping to birds quite. Let's see. We are jumping to birds. That's right. All right, so this is number 2052 in the Faith We Sing. And this is The Lone Wild Bird. Now, this song is not one that I remember singing before, but looking into it, this has a little bit of a history that goes through a number of different writers. So first, writer Henry McFadden wrote this text as a contest and won third prize in the Homiletic and Pastoral Review of 1925. And the original line and the original title was The Lone Wild Fowl. He lived in Texas, and he might often have seen a lone wild fowl in the wilderness, and so it's coming from there. Later on, the writer David Johnson was inspired by seeing a lone white bird over the Pacific Ocean, and set this text to the tune from the Sacred Harp, the tune Prospect from the Sacred Harp, and changed the first line to be The Lone Wild Bird. And then finally, Marty Haugen took this original and added a few more verses to it, expanding on ideas coming from Psalm 139. And so I hope you like it. This is number 2052, The Lone Wild Bird. So that was The Lone Wild Bird, number 2052, and Midge, I thought of you when I picked that and saw that it was a Sacred Harp tune, so I hope you enjoyed that. All right. So the next song And this is going to a different psalm this time. This is not a bird song. But this is a, if you remember, I've brought in a few psalm settings by Dennis Culp, who is the trombone player in Five Iron Frenzy. But he has a solo album from about 15 to 17 years ago called Ascents, which is just a whole bunch of settings of psalms from 120 to 131. And so this is the second of those. This is number 121, and his title is "I Lift My Eyes to the Hills." And so this is compared to some of the others. This is a little bit of a simpler setting, and so I hope you enjoy it.
I lift my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help, it comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. He who watches over his right hand will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord, the shade at your right hand. The sun won't harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. The Lord watches over you. The Lord's the shade at your right hand. The sun won't harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is the shade at your right hand. The sun won't harm you by day, nor the moon by night.
All right, so that was "I Lift My Eyes to the Hills," a setting of Psalm 121 by Dennis Culp, and a nice simple arrangement of that hymn. All right, so moving on, we're gonna move to our hymnal, and this is another one of those bird songs. And so this is number 122, God of the Sparrow, God of the Whale. And this is a little bit more unusual hymn. It doesn't have much in the way of rhyme. Actually, in the original, he doesn't even include a whole lot of punctuation. But this was a hymn, the text written by Yaroslav Vaida. And he was asked to write a text that would, quote, provide answers from the users of the hymn as to why and how God's creatures and children are to serve him. And so it starts off God of the Sparrow, God of the Whale, and it moves through a number of different elements of creation. And so I hope you enjoy it.
God of the sparrow, God of the whale, God of the swirling stars, how does the creature say all? How does the creature say all? God of the earthquake, God of the storm, God of the trumpet blast, how does the creature cry wow? How does the creature cry sing? God of the rainbow, God of the cross, God of the empty grave, how does the creature say grace? How does the creature say thanks? God of the hungry, God of the sick, God of the prodigal, how does the creature say care? How does the creature say life? God of the neighbor, God of the foe, God of the pruning hook, how does the creature say love? How does the creature say peace? God of the ages, God near at hand, God of the loving heart, how do your children say joy? How do your children say home?
All right, so that was God of the Sparrow, God of the Whale, by Yaroslav Vaida. All right, so the next song we're going to move to, this is another familiar song, but another different kind of setting. And so we did this song, I think maybe my very, very first one of these live streams. And this is a setting of Be Still My Soul, a favorite hymn. And this particular setting was made by the artist Kari Jobe, who inserted there's a new chorus at certain points within it, but otherwise the melody is and the text is "Be Still My Soul," based on the tune from Finlandia by the composer Jean Sibelius. So this is a lovely arrangement. I hope you enjoy it. Be Still My Soul.
still, my soul, the Lord is on thy side. Bear patiently the cross of grief or pain. Leave to thy God to order and provide. In every change he faithful will remain. Be still, my soul, thy best, thy heavenly friend, through thorny ways leads to a joyful end. Be still, my soul, thy God doth undertake to guide the future as he has the past. Thy hope, thy confidence, let nothing shake. All now mysterious shall be bright at last. Be still, my soul, the waves and winds still know his voice who ruled them while he dwelt below. In you I rest, in you I found my hope, in you I trust. You never let me go. I place my life within your hands alone. Be still, my soul. Be still, my soul. The hour is hastening on, when we shall be forever with the Lord. When disappointment, grief, and fear are gone, sorrow forgot, love's purest joys restored. Be still, my soul, when change and tears are past, all safe and blessed, we shall meet at last. In you I rest, in you I found my hope, in you I trust. You never let me go. I place my life within your hands alone. Be still, my soul, in you I rest, in you I found my hope, in you I trust. You never let me go. I place my life within your hands alone. Be still, my soul. Be still, my soul. Be still, my soul.
I just think that's a lovely arrangement of that song, and I really like the chorus that she added in the middle. I think it fits well, and gives it a nice dramatic shape in this form. All right. Next, we move to the final of the bird songs today. This is from Faith We Sing, number 2146. This is an old favorite written in 1905. His eye is on the sparrow.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I'm singing because I'm free. For His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Let not your heart be troubled. His tender word I hear, and resting on His goodness, I lose my doubts and fears. Though by the path He leadeth, but one step I may see. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Whenever I am tempted, whenever clouds arise, when song gives place to sighing, when hope within me dies, I draw the answer to Him, from where He sets me free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me.
All right, so that was His Eye is on the Sparrow, written by Sevilla Durfee Martin in 1905, and a beloved favorite hymn. All right, and we've reached that time again, everyone. Thank you again for joining me once again for another joyful noise, and we'll do the same thing next week, a new set of songs. If you have any requests, as always, Kyle at santeeumc.org is the place to send them, and I always do my best to fit in special requests. So thank you once again for joining me tonight. We're going to close with our usual closing. God be with you till we meet again.
God be with you till we meet again. By His counsels guide uphold you. With His sheep securely fold you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. By His counsels guide uphold you. With His sheep securely fold you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. When life's perils thick confound you, put his arms unfailing round you. God be with you till we meet again, till we meet, till we meet. God, we meet at Jesus' feet, till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. Wipe love's banner floating o'er you, smite death's threatening way before you. God be with you till we meet again, till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet, till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again.
All right. So thank you again for joining us tonight, this evening. Also, wanted to let you know that replays of these are available now on YouTube, starting with last week's, and this week will be uploaded to YouTube on Tuesday. So if you have any friends who don't use Facebook and want to catch up with these, they're going to be on YouTube, on the church's YouTube page going forward. So again, send me any requests, and I'll see you next week. God be with you till we meet again.